When losing a match actually makes you more valuable to your employer, you know you've officially mastered the art of wrestling, or WWE's talent evaluation department has finally figured out that wins and losses aren't everything. Dragon Lee just pulled off the impossible. He lost a championship match and somehow convinced WWE brass that he deserves a bigger contract. That's the kind of finesse we should all aspire to in our careers. Let's break down this absolutely wild situation where Dragon Lee went to AAA Héroes Inmortales, took an L against Dominik Mysterio for the AAA Mega Championship, and walked away with WWE management ready to back up the money truck to his house. According to PWInsider, WWE officials were, quote, very impressed with Lee's performance in that match, which is corporate speak for holy crap, this guy can actually work at an elite level and we need to lock him down immediately before someone else realizes it. Here's what makes this story so fascinating. Dragon Lee lost the match. He didn't win the AAA Mega Championship. He came up short in capturing the title. But his performance was so compelling, so technically proficient, and so entertaining that WWE looked past the result and saw the bigger picture. It's like bombing a job interview but doing it with such style and charisma that the company creates a new position just for you. That's the power of being undeniably talented in an industry that's finally learning to appreciate actual wrestling ability. The match itself took place as part of the ongoing collaboration between WWE and AAA, which has been one of the more interesting partnerships in wrestling lately. WWE allowing their talent to work AAA shows and compete for AAA championships shows a level of flexibility that would have been unthinkable just a few years ago. Dragon Lee challenging Dominik Mysterio for AA's top championship was a high-profile encounter that put eyes on both companies and gave Lee a platform to showcase exactly why he's special. Even though Lee came up short, his performance resonated strongly with the people who matter most, the decision-makers in WWE who control the checkbook. He demonstrated his in-ring capabilities on an international stage, proved he could hang in a featured match against a current WWE champion, and showed that he can deliver when the spotlight is brightest. That's the kind of thing that makes wrestling executives start crunching numbers and preparing contract offers. The timing of this couldn't be better for Dragon Lee because his momentum within WWE is already building faster than a rocket with a caffeine addiction. He originally signed with WWE back in 2022, and if we're being honest, his first year or so was bumpy. He dealt with inconsistent booking, the kind where you're on television one week and completely absent the next, making fans wonder if creative even remembered you existed. It's the curse of being a talented wrestler in a company with an enormous roster and only so many television hours to fill. But something shifted recently, and Dragon Lee went from spinning his wheels to suddenly being featured in meaningful storylines and big matches. Just last week on Monday Night Raw, he achieved a major milestone that changed his entire trajectory within the company. Dragon Lee captured the WWE Tag Team Championships alongside AJ Styles, which is not exactly a small accomplishment. Winning tag titles with a future Hall of Famer like AJ Styles is the kind of rub that instantly elevates your credibility and establishes you as someone WWE trusts in a featured role. That championship win represents a significant step forward in Lee's main roster career. He went from being a guy with potential to being an actual champion within the company, someone who holds gold and gets featured prominently on programming. Championships matter in WWE, even if the booking doesn't always reflect that. Being a title holder puts you in a different tier of the roster hierarchy, gives you more television time, and signals to fans that you're someone worth paying attention to. Now combine that recent championship success with the praised performance against Dominik Mysterio at AAA, and you've got a perfect storm of momentum that has WWE management taking notice. Sources cited by PWInsider suggest there's a belief within the company that Dragon Lee is becoming an essential part of regular WWE programming. That's not just random speculation. That's WWE internally recognizing they have something special and wanting to make sure they don't lose it. Here's where things get strategically interesting from WWE's perspective. Dragon Lee's current contract expires next year, which in wrestling terms means he's entering the danger zone where other promotions can start making offers and trying to poach talent. EW exists. New Japan exists. AAA clearly has a relationship with him. Independent promotions would line up to book someone of his caliber. WWE knows this, which is why there's reportedly internal discussion about securing his services long-term before the bidding war potentially begins. This is smart business from WWE's standpoint. Why wait until Dragon Lee's contract is about to expire and risk getting into a negotiation where other companies are making competitive offers? Lock him down now while he's riding high, feeling appreciated and probably more receptive to signing a new deal. It's the same strategy companies use in every industry: identify valuable employees early and secure their commitment before they realize their market value has increased. The fact that WWE is reportedly pushing to get this done sooner rather than later tells you everything about how they view Dragon Lee's future with the company. They see him as a key talent moving forward, someone who can work with anyone, deliver quality matches consistently, and represent WWE on international stages when they need someone reliable. That's worth investing in, especially in an era where in-ring quality is being prioritized more than it has been in years. What's particularly interesting is that Dragon Lee didn't need to win the AAA Mega Championship to prove his worth. The performance itself was enough. That's a significant shift in mentality from how wrestling has traditionally evaluated talent. For decades, wins and losses were supposedly the only thing that mattered, even though we all knew that was nonsense. Now WWE is openly acknowledging that how you perform matters more than the result, which is exactly how it should be in a predetermined sport where outcomes are scripted anyway. Dragon Lee's journey is a reminder that timing and perception matter as much as talent in professional wrestling. He always had the ability. Anyone who followed his career before WWE knew he was exceptional. But being exceptional doesn't guarantee success if the timing isn't right or if the company doesn't see your value. Lee navigated through the rough patches, stayed ready, and when his opportunity came with the Tag Team Championship in the AAA match, he capitalized on it so effectively that WWE is now scrambling to make sure he stays. The combination of winning the WWE Tag Team Championships with AJ Styles and delivering that praised performance against Dominik Mysterio has created a narrative around Dragon Lee that he's finally getting the recognition he deserves. WWE management has reportedly solidified their belief that he's essential to their programming, which is exactly the position every wrestler wants to be in when contract negotiations are approaching.